Well, also joining me now is Nick Tyrone, who's the author of This Week in Brexitland. Nick, thanks for joining us. So this story is gathering pace as we speak. Now, a media lawyer, Jonathan Code, who's formerly represented both many ITV programmes and clients who've been on I'm a Celebrity, says that ITV cannot and should not publish the allegations of racism against Nigel because he has no right of reply. And over an allegation as serious as this, that could be career-ending. This drama rolls on and on.
Yes, well, two things about it. One is it's very odd the way ITV have done it with this sort of trailing of this idea there's going to be this controversial thing, Nigel Farage is going to say this controversial thing, and then just sort of letting it sit there for a while. And as others have said on your program, not allowing Nigel Farage any right of reply just seems just not really in keeping with it. But the other thing I would say is it just feels strange to me. I mean, ITV can make a decision to either have Nigel Farage on or not. If they feel, for whatever reason, they don't want to have Nigel Farage on their celebrity program, fine. But then it's very strange to me to have him on and then sort of play this moral card about how, oh, what a bad man Nigel Farage is, and we've got this footage. It just seems like they're sort of trying to claim a morality or some sort of high ground that they just simply don't have, if that makes sense.
What do you make of this kind of... It's not even a conspiracy, it's nakedly out there. We have an online news organ which has disliked Nigel and all he stands for years, deliberately, it seems, enticing him into saying something which they now claim is racist, which they then provide to ITV. And during an ITV game show, ITV News seems to go in for a sting just ahead of the first vote for eviction. It seems this isn't a conspiracy theory, this is just happening in real time before our very eyes.
Well, yeah, again, I just find it very odd. I mean, ITV have a decision. Either they're going to put Nigel Farage on the air or they're not. If they're going to put Nigel Farage on the air, they, that's it. They've made their bed. They need to follow, due course, the correct things. I just think having him on and then stitching him up is just and that would be the same for anyone. I mean, literally anyone. If it was Jeremy Corbyn, and I mean, I can't stand Jeremy Corbyn, but if they did this to Jeremy Corbyn, I would think that's really not on. You can't do that. So it's not Farage specific. I just think it's just bad faith.
The big question is, do you think this will help or hinder Nigel? Certainly, if you look at the comments online today, people, once again, as we saw so many times throughout all of those years, Nigel's fans have rallied behind him. They can see this for what it is, and they're calling it out. So do you think this will harm him, or do you think it will help him?
Well, I mean, actually, that comes back to another thing, is what ITV doing actually more clever than we're giving them credit for? So are they trying to sort of, if you like, create a whole scandal to create more ratings so people tune in? Maybe they figured out that actually, well, Nigel Farage has a fan base. Perhaps it's people that haven't watched the program as much in the past, and maybe they want to keep Farage on. And so maybe actually in doing this, I mean, again, now I'm sort of getting into conspiracy theories, but I mean, who knows? Maybe they actually want Nigel Farage to stay on till the end. I guess in a sense, why not?
Do you think that the allegations that this kind of institutional mindset that seems to have taken over Coutts Bank and NatWest and the BBC reporter that just happened to be at the dinner at the same time as Dame Alison Rose, who just happened to get the story, just happened to break it, and now we're seeing at ITV, it seems to be that certainly within the news organ, let's face it, they weren't at all very complimentary about Nigel or Brexit for all of those years. Is this proof, do you think, that there's that kind of mindset also within the ITV, or is that just a wild conspiracy theory?
No, I mean, as I say, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm thinking, I think it's much more cynical than that. I think it probably is a way to create a story. I mean, let's face it, we've all been talking about it. It's been the thing that's been one of the dominant news stories all day. So, it has been, in a sense, a lot of publicity for I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here. Did they do it intentionally? I don't know, but it does work out in their favor. So, it's worth asking the question.
OK, well, the rumble in the jungle is reaching fever pitch. Nick Tyrone, the author of This Week in Brexitland. We're going to have to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us on the show.